Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different and I'm showing you 5 hairstyles that you can wear with a hat. A hat is the perfect accessory for lazy girls and these hairstyles are even better for lazy girls. So let's get into it. All right, getting into the first hairstyle, I think we should start with the easiest one. This one was inspired by Kristen Johns. She's another YouTuber and she's just really cute. And so I saw her do 2 low buns and I think that's the perfect way to be lazy and look cute. So I'm just gonna grab a couple tiny elastics, part my hair in the center, and I'm just gonna go for it and hope that they turn out cute and messy and look all right. I think that one's pretty good. There we go. So this one's probably a bit more bold, and I think if you have a lot of hair like I do right now with my extensions, it might be a bit intense, but I think with a hat on, I mean, you kind of tend to command attention when you're wearing a hat anyway, but so cute. That took me like less than a minute, I think. It turned out pretty good. I don't know if I would really wear this one too often. I feel like I need another elastic on this side again, but it's pretty cute. Another elastic. This hat is from Lack of Color. It's quickly become one of my favorite hats. I just think it's the perfect color for spring, summer, fall. I went down a size. I did have a medium and I replaced it with a small and I think it looks much better, but there you go. That's actually so cute. Maybe I'll wear my hair like this today. Since we've got our hair parted to the sides already, half and half, we're gonna do some pigtails and play with that. So again, you're gonna want some clear elastics, and we're just gonna start by tying them into some regular pigtails. So you've got your starting point. There's one. I think for these, you're gonna want them kind of back so that you can wear them to the front if you want, or flip them to the back to stick out there. So you're gonna want them kind of not too far forward, not too far back. And then we're just gonna take some more clear elastics, tie them part way down, like maybe an inch or 2. And then you're gonna separate the little bubble you made and then flip the ponytail part through the bubble to kind of create this little twist. And you can do it a couple times, and then I just like to pull it out a bit, give it some texture, give it some wiggle room so that it's not so tight. And then do another one about an inch, 2 inches down. If you follow Officially Quigley on Instagram, I think she has been doing this hairstyle a lot lately, and she nicknamed it Quigtails. Her name's not even Quigley, it's Casey. But she's so lovely. I really enjoy following her, and she's very real and she's awesome. And then if you want to, you could do a third one. I think I will skip the third one because otherwise it looks so thin at the bottom. And then same thing on the other side. And then on with your hat again. And there you have it. Some modern day pigtails. And then obviously if you want to flip them to the back, you can. Looks a bit funny from the front, but there you have it. So another super easy hairstyle to do if you're lazy and to wear with a hat, and I think adds an extra fun little accessory surprise element. You could do this with a bun or a ponytail. I think I'll do the bun. I really liked how those 2 buns look together. So I'm just gonna pull my hair together. I'm gonna use a thicker hair tie to hold it all in place because it's gonna get covered with another accessory anyway. So I'm just gonna pull through, make a messy bun like so. And then I have this little hair scarf scrunchie from Free People. I bought this because I loved that it was red and white for Canada Day. And I'm just gonna try and tie that over top of this bun as well. And then just, you can use this with a hair scarf too, and just tie it together like so. And then I think this one would be really fun on the beach because then your hair's up for swimming or whatever. but it still gives you the opportunity to wear a hat. So I'm gonna put on my straw hat. This one is from Lack of Color as well. Yeah, it just looks like that. How easy. So fun. All right, since we've got it to one side already, I think the easiest thing for anybody to do is a quick little braid. There's so many braids out there. You could do a French braid all the way down. You could do a regular 3-strand braid, a fishtail braid, those topsy-curvy. That one I did in the pigtails, I think is like a topsy-tails. There we go, topsy-tails braid. There's just so many options. If you follow Amber Filler Up, she is like the braid queen. Hit her up, get inspired. I think today we'll just do a fishtail braid. I like those. Fishtail is a bit more clean and it's a little bit tighter. One thing you have to have if you're braiding, this is like a holy grail product for me, but this is the Kristen S Working Texture Loose Styling Powder. It looks like this. If you watched my hair care routine video, you know how much I love Kristen S, but this stuff is unreal. So I'll show you how I use it once we get started. So for a fishtail braid, you just divide into 2 sections. And I always like to start on the outside pieces. Make sure that you've got some even weighted hair. And I start on the outside and I pull across to the side and then grab a piece from here, pull across. So it's almost like you're using 4 strands, but you're kind of making a new strand every time. And you're just gonna pull across. I think the messier the better, because these are lazy hairstyles, so you don't want it to look super clean. And I'll probably just go part way down so that it doesn't look too thin at the bottom. Make sure you're taking even sections every time you take the hair, because otherwise you're gonna end up with one side that is much chunkier than the other. So I'm about halfway down. I think I'll stop there. And then I'll just take my thick ponytail, tie it off for a minute. It's gonna be a bit more gentle on my hair for when I pull it out. But I'll take my styling powder now, and then I just kind of hold it up and tap it on. Ooh. And then I just try and, so I just tap it in, and what this does is it gives it a bit of grit, so that when you're pulling it out, especially if your hair is first day clean, it doesn't have any like oils and grit to it, so it makes it a bit harder to pull out because it all is too smooth. So I'm just gonna pull it out a bit. And like I said, the messier the better. And then instead of keeping my elastic there, I'll just pull it out, use a clear elastic. And then what you can also do is take a little strand from the bottom, unwrap it around your clear elastic, and then either bobby pin it, or I try and tuck it into the elastic from the back. Just get your hat again. And there you go. A little half fishtail side braid. So this last hairstyle would be really good if you want to wear your hat further back on your head and you want some more hair exposed. So what I would do is just start with a regular French braid or Dutch braid. So French braid, I think you go over top of each other, and Dutch braid you go underneath. So it just kind of changes the direction of the braid. French braid will lay closer to your head and a Dutch braid will stick up a bit higher. So I'm just gonna quickly braid on the top of my head as close to my hairline, forehead as possible. If you're like me and you don't have a ton of hair on top, I find all my hair is at the bottom of my head, then you definitely are gonna want some extensions, and you just use the one clip and you put them in here just to give yourself a bit more thickness. And then as you get closer to your ear, you're gonna wanna start moving back towards the back of your head. So depending if you want a ponytail all the way at the back or on the side, that is up to you. It just is going to determine how far you want to braid. So I'm just past my ear now. So what I'm gonna do is not grab any more hair, just continue to braid down. And then when I get to the bottom here, I'm gonna start to add a bit more hair just so I don't get it stuck to my head too much. And then I'll just grab a few more pieces to make it a bit thicker at the bottom and not continue to French braid. So I'm just gonna braid all the way to the end. This took me a long time to learn how to do. I remember one time I was laying in my bed, it was like 2 in the morning, and I was like, I'm gonna learn how to French braid. And I just sat up in the dark and I was like, I'm gonna do it right now. And I just went for it on my head in the dark, no mirror. And then I turned the lights on and I looked in the mirror and it worked. And from that day, I knew how to French braid. So now you've got a bit of a boho braid going on. What I'm gonna do is secure it with another elastic. So I'm just gonna make it into a little ponytail with the braid inside it, like so. If there's any weird pieces like this, just bobby pin it. Grab your hat and then you put it on. Again, if you wanna make your braid bigger, use that little powder, pull it out a bit, and then there you have it. So if you like wearing your hat a bit further back on your head, do it. I hope that gave you some great inspiration for how to wear your hair with a hat. And if you like these hairstyle videos, comment down below. I would love to do some more because playing with braids has become one of my favorite things to do. Be sure to like, subscribe, do the bells, comment, all the things, and I'll see you next week.